Welcome back, everyone. I'm Corbin Fraser, and here again with this week's biggest stories. The battle for financial sovereignty is heating up while institutions like BlackRock, Tesla, MicroStrategy double down on Bitcoin. Regulators and global financial players are making moves to reshape the whole industry. So El Salvador keeps on stacking Bitcoin despite IMF pressure. Brazil's stock exchange is expanding crypto investment options, and the ETF race is ramping up. Plus, major innovations in DeFi and staking could change the game. So let's dive in. Firstly, bullish news. Coinbase CEO, King of the Balds, Brian Armstrong predicts that Bitcoin adoption could reach several billion people by 2030, fueled by surging demand, inflation fears, and growing regulatory clarity. Now, citing data from BlackRock, Armstrong noted that Bitcoin's adoption rate is outpacing both the internet and mobile phones, with 300 million users in just 12 years. So with Bitcoin ETFs projected to hit $250 billion in mainstream interest accelerating, crypto's global reach is on track to continue expanding very rapidly. Tesla's latest SEC filing confirms it holds over 11,500 Bitcoin, now valued at $1.1 billion, reflecting a $590 million unrealized gain under new accounting rules. So the company originally bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin in 2021, but sold 75% of its holdings back in 2022. Now, recent blockchain activity sparked some speculation of a sale, but analysts have confirmed that the transfers were actually just internal. They weren't them dumping. So while Tesla no longer accepts Bitcoin for payments, Elon Musk has kept the door open for future crypto investments, depending on market conditions. Now, El Salvador is still buying Bitcoin despite pressure from the powers that be, the International Monetary Fund, the global lending institution that's infamous for attaching restrictive conditions to its development loans. So despite the warnings from the IMF that Bitcoin is a no-no, El Salvador has added another 18 BTC in the past week, bringing in a total to its reserves of almost 6,100 BTC. Now, the Central American nation's government remains committed to the accumulating of Bitcoin, even after removing BTC's legal tender status, which was a condition for securing that $1.4 billion IMF credit line. So while removing BTC's legal tender status signals a bit of a shift in policy, Bukele's administration continues to stack Bitcoin, keeping a core part of its long-term crypto strategy intact. So still bullish on El Salvador. And I love Bukele. You know, he's just high T alpha. B3, Brazil's largest stock exchange, is expanding its crypto offerings with plans to launch Solana and Ethereum futures by the end of the year. Now, the exchange, which already sees $860 million in monthly Bitcoin futures trading, is responding to growing demand for more cryptocurrency derivatives. So B3 is also considering Bitcoin options, further increasing opportunities for institutional investors. So while Brazil's crypto market is booming, these new investment products could drive even greater institutional adoption in the Portuguese-speaking Brazilian LATAM world. So fingers crossed over there. Grayscale and New York Stock Exchange Arca are pushing for the first Cardano ETF in the US, filing with the SEC to list the Grayscale Cardano Trust. So if approved, the ETF would allow investors to gain exposure to Cardano's ADA token without actually holding the asset directly. So the SEC has about 45 days to respond, but given its cautious stance on crypto ETFs beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum, approval remains somewhat uncertain. Still, the filing signals increased institutional interest in Cardano and alternative cryptocurrency assets. So we'll kind of see where this one all leads. Bloomberg ETF analysts Eric Balkunas and James Seyffart have given Litecoin a 90% chance of ETF approval, making it the most likely crypto ETF to be approved this year. Now, Dogecoin follows with a 75% probability, while Solana and XRP trail at 70 and 65% respectively. So the high odds for Litecoin and Dogecoin stem from the commodity classification, whereas XRP faces some challenges due to the ongoing legal battles with the SEC. Analysts do believe that an XRP ETF is unlikely, at least until the legal issues are fully resolved. So we'll be keeping you guys up to date over on Bitcoin.com news on that story. Over to Europe, and BlackRock is expanding its crypto footprint with plans to launch a Bitcoin exchange-traded product in Europe, following the success of its US Bitcoin ETF, which has amassed nearly $60 billion in assets so far. So the fund is expected to be headquartered in Switzerland, the home of the cheese, with potential promotions starting this month. Now, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink has been vocal about Bitcoin's role as a hedge against currency devaluation, suggesting institutional adoption could push its price as high as $700,000 in the not too distant future. So as institutional demand for Bitcoin surges, BlackRock's move signals some growing global interest in cryptocurrency-based financial products. Over to Ukraine. Now, Ukraine is set to legalize crypto by this summer. A new regulatory framework is nearly finalized, paving the way for official integration of digital assets into the financial system of Ukraine. Now, taxation will align with traditional investments, though unresolved issues could see some investors taxed on their full holdings. So regulatory oversight is still up for debate, with lawmakers considering shifting control to the National Bank of Ukraine. MicroStrategy, which recently rebranded itself to just Strategy, has resumed Bitcoin buying, adding another 7,600 BTC for $740 million. Now, this brings its total holdings to almost 480,000 BTC. The purchase was funded through stock sales and a preferred stock offering, continuing the company's aggressive accumulation strategy. Now, Strategy remains the largest corporate Bitcoin holder, with executive chairman Michael Saylor predicting Bitcoin could hit $13 million per Bitcoin by 2045. Metaplanet is also all in on Bitcoin, announcing plans to buy 21,000 BTC by 2026. Once a struggling hotel developer, the Tokyo-listed firm adopted a Bitcoin treasury strategy in 2024, turning a $4.5 million loss into a $42 million profit. Now, the shift sent its stock soaring 3,600% in 1 year, making it one of the best performing stocks worldwide. Now, the company is doubling down with its 21 million plan, aiming to become Asia's largest public Bitcoin holder. Metaplanet is also launching Bitcoin Magazine Japan and rebranding a hotel into the Bitcoin Hotel to further integrate Bitcoin into its business. Now, Japanese mobile game developer Gumi Inc. is set to buy 1 billion yen, or $6.6 million worth of Bitcoin over the next 3 months, aiming to strengthen its Web3 initiatives. So the move aligns with its participation in Babylon's staking protocol, allowing Bitcoin to secure other blockchain networks. Now, Gumi expects to benefit from both price appreciation and staking rewards while integrating cryptocurrency deeper into its business model. So the company has previously partnered with Square Enix and SBI Holdings, signaling a broader push into blockchain gaming. So switching gears, and FTX is set to begin creditor payouts on February 18th. Nearly 3 years after its collapse, FTX will start repaying convenience class creditors. So, I mean, for those who are unfamiliar with bankruptcy proceedings, this is the group of creditors. It's effectively, users of the FTX platform, normies. In other words, it's just like total normies, brokies. We're not like the big whales. Just like if you had a few grand, if you had maybe even like under 100 grand, you're probably in that bucket. So normal people who held money on the exchange at the time it went bankrupt. So BitGo and Kraken are going to be handling distribution of the payouts, while other creditor classes await further updates. Now, FTX Recovery Trust continues asset recovery efforts, marking this as a major milestone in the exchange's long-awaited restructuring. India's largest centralized crypto exchange, WazirX, is launching RT tokens to compensate users after a $230 million crypto breach. Now, WazirX plans to distribute recovery tokens equal to the stolen funds, with future asset recoveries boosting the RT token value. So the plan hinges on community approval alongside profit sharing, asset recovery, and decentralized exchange initiatives. WazirX aims to rebuild trust, but execution will be key in winning back users. Just a friendly reminder, not your keys, not your coins. Hold your assets on a self-custody wallet. They are much more safe than leaving them on an exchange and potentially getting wrecked. Over to innovation news, and Ethereum's biggest staking protocol, Lido, just launched its V3, potentially redefining Ethereum staking. So with customizable ST vaults, users can now fine-tune validator selection, fees, and risk profiles, all while keeping access to ST-ETH's liquidity. So institutions get compliance-friendly staking, asset managers gain DeFi flexibility, and the node operators tap into high-volume stakers. Plus, a reserve ratio mechanism ensures security and decentralization. So with a 3-phase rollout, Lido is leveling up liquid staking to meet the evolving needs of stakers on Ethereum. Maybe Lido can help Ethereum finally go up in price. We'll see. And for our final story of the week, we have an exciting announcement from Uniswap Labs. Uniswap Labs just launched Unichain Mainnet, which is a high-speed Ethereum layer 2 built to slash gas fees by 95% and make DeFi smoother than ever. So with 1-second block times, cross-chain support, and over 100 platforms already on board, including Uniswap, of course, Coinbase, and Lido, this could be a major step towards some mainstream DeFi adoption. Plus, future upgrades promise blazing fast 250 millisecond block times and stronger security. So DeFi just got a big upgrade. We'll see how this one all unfolds. Lots of L2s in the space. I'm curious, is this too little too late for L2s and Ethereum? Time will tell. And that's a wrap for this week. As the battle for financial control heats up, there's no better time to protect your financial freedom And by owning the top cryptocurrencies, just make sure you take self-custody of your funds, which is easy to do using the Bitcoin.com wallet app, available on iOS and Android. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, drop your thoughts or opinions in the comments. Stay plugged into our socials for more updates. We'll catch you guys next time. Adios.